Welcome back to center court here at Seat Pines Plantation. A late arriving crowd. 10,000 expected. Gabriela Sabatini, this is a historic opportunity for her. She goes for her 500th match victory on the tour. She would become only the 13th all time to accomplish that feat. And here is her report card, Bud.
Well, the Texan Beverly Bowes, and then an emotional match. 19-year-old Ines Gorochategui, an Argentine growing up admiring Gabby. 6-1, 6-4, pretty good second set. And then Katerina Maleva, the Bulgarian.
And for Steffi Graf, number 2 behind Monica Seles. Seles with the virus, unable to compete here. So Graf, as Bud has already indicated here, replacing her, the top seed. And Chris, she has been impressive.
Well, Bonsignori in the first round, it was a tough match. Steffi was complaining that she hadn't practiced enough on clay, and she was very impatient. Frankel in the second, and Shonda Rubin, a very promising young American, but didn't play as well as expected. So she's had an easy route.
Now, you have already indicated that Sabatini has had as much luck against Graf as any player on the tour, winning 8 of their last 13. Why is she difficult for Graf?
Gabby gives Steffi fits with that high topspin shots off both sides. She's not afraid to come into the net. Gabby's one of the few top players that's an all-court player. She slices that backhand and approaches to Steffi's backhand, which is her weaker side. And she also has that great down-the-line backhand, which Steffi leaves that side of the court open. So those ingredients have really caused the success.
Sabatini to open the match.
Umpires Jane Tabor, Englishwoman, who travels the world, one of the very best. Sabatini earning that point, chasing down a couple of wicked forehands early in that rally. Gabby trying to reestablish herself against Graf. She had developed a mastery. And to me, it goes all the way back, the decline of Gabriela Sabatini to the final of Wimbledon, 1991, when she was 2 points from the title, 6-5, 30-15 on her own serve, and stopped attacking. There she rolls one.
Just wide.
And now Jane Tabor asks the linesman. She thought it was good, and Pete Conklin came out.
15-30.
So it amounts to an overrule.
Ball looked good here.
And now I believe Jane Tabor said replay the point.
Well, if the ball's playable, they do replay the ball.
That's it. She feels, it's a judgment call by umpire Tabor. She feels that Sabatini, hearing the call of out from Pete Conklin, could have played the ball and did not. And so she overruled and called the point first for Graf, then reconsidered. It is a let, 15 all.
Well, it'd be like hitting 500 home runs in Major League Baseball. 14 men have done that. Sabatini trying to become the 13th to win 500 matches on the women's tour. And one of the women to precede her, of course, at the other end of the court, Steffi Graf.
And the first ever to 500 sitting between us. Richard. That's professional victories.
Steffi has to feel really confident also because 2 weeks ago at Lipton she killed Gabby. 6-love, 6-2.
She's complaining about noise in a rather sociable box behind her, to her left.
Well, there you see Gabby not afraid to approach Steffi's backhand. That's her weaker side. As I said earlier, she's an all-court player, a very versatile player, and she really has a great slice backhand.
She has to keep that up. This is what won the U.S. Open for in 1990 over Graf and seemed to change her career.
One break point saved. Well played, and Graf establishes the early lead, breaking Sabatini. Sabatini caught on the baseline, and Graf with the early lead. 23-year-old Steffi Graf breaking Sabatini to open the semifinal.
Well, we've called her Fräulein forehand for years because, as Chrissy says, it's been a dreadnought forehand, but it has a tendency to go off these days.
Well, she hits the ball late. It's not a technique I would advise for club players to try to match, but she times the ball so well.
Did everything right but the final shot.
Except she had time to move for a smash and took it on the high backhand, which is a very difficult shot.
But one of her better shots. I've seen her hit many winners off that shot.
There's Dennis Ralston, second tournament as coach, and quite an abrupt change from Carlos Kiermaier, the peppery young Brazilian.
Dennis was my coach for 6 years, and you know, he's a great motivator in a very quiet way, but I think he'll do some good things and really help Gabby, especially with her serve and her fitness, her training.
Said he's already had her in the gym 5 times in 3 weeks. That's 5 times she might not have been there otherwise. He feels that that's an integral part of the total program. Too good. She painted the line.
Well, this is what Gabby really has to do. And funny enough, she knew it was going down the line. I think she thought it was going to be out. She anticipated it well, but just didn't play the ball.
Punishing forehand from Steffi Graf.
And anything mid-court is dangerous to Steffi Graf's forehand because she can go both ways. She can go down the line or cross court with a great disguise.
Former doubles partners, and Kiermaier, when he was the coach of Sabatini, recommending heartily that that be discontinued after Wimbledon in '91.
A wise decision, I think, because Steffi was beating Gabby very handily, and after that point they split up their doubles and Gabby started to beat Steffi, so it was a good philosophy. Don't get too close to the players.
Is that why you and Martina disassociated yourselves in doubles?
That was why, Martina, and it was actually, I was the one that split up that team in the beginning.
Oh!
This is Gabby's strength, that backhand down the line. See, she has Steffi off the court. Steffi has that whole court open. She can really go for that shot. Jennifer Capriati is really the only other player I've seen that uses that shot regularly against Steffi.
Fans appreciating the net work of Gabriela.
Beautiful anticipation here. Gabby just runs over, but also look at this touch. She's a real finesse player.
Faulting and the 62-mile-an-hour second serve.
But she went a little more for it. She has been serving up cream puffs, popcorn balls.
Dennis has been trying to get her to put more kick on that second serve so it'll keep her opponents back a little bit further.
Good. Another break point for Graf.
She's looking so eager.
And confident. When she comes to the net, you know she's playing confident tennis.
Point for Sabatini. Saved a point that would have taken her love 3 down.
This is a crucial game because she wants to get in this first set somehow. I like the way Gabby's really hugging the baseline. She's not 7 or 8 feet behind. She's really playing in and taking the ball on the rise very well. She hasn't been doing that earlier in the tournament. I thought she forgot about this shot the last few times she's played Steffi, but look at that. She really whips that ball. Gets good racket head speed. She's pumped up.
Go.
Oh.
Court seems to be playing fairly fast. We had a lot of rain midweek, and so it never has really dried out totally, but it seems slick and quick.
Yes, it's very hard packed right now. Also, the sun's out. The ball will fly through the air a little bit quicker.
First chance for Donna Fortescue. Ring on the net, and she handles it flawlessly.
Third double fault, and another chance for Graf to go up 3-love.
Well, the first thing that used to go in my game when I didn't have confidence was my serve. And I think that I think Gabby's really feeling the effects of this match, and she seems a little bit shaky and nervous out there.
Steffi Graf marching ahead in this opening set. 2 breaks up. Back to the Family Circle Cup on Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. You're watching a match that took place earlier today on semifinal Saturday, and Steffi Graf and Gabriela Sabatini in that opening set. It was all Graf. She steamrolled Sabatini most impressively. High-level tennis from Graf, and because of the length of that match, we're going to move ahead into the second set. To the delight of this crowd of some 10,000 fans, Sabatini would eventually muster a rather incredible comeback. We pick up action, second game, second set. You'd never know from that expression that Steffi Graf was leading 6-love, 1-love, breaking Sabatini's all 4 service games, but something in the right eye of some of the clay dust, and that can be very painful.
If Kathleen D. Stroya, the trainer for the WTA, was out helping her, and John Pazik, who does such a wonderful job and has for years as the groundsman, has made this a wonderful court, but he will not guarantee against a little mud in your eye once in a while.
Very misleading score. It's a pretty high quality match.
So different from the match at Key Biscayne 2 weeks ago. The worst match I ever saw Sabatini play. 6-love, 6-2. She's playing very well and still getting bageled.
Usually a very cool player, showing her frustration there. The only thing I would advise her to do is just to keep hanging in there, because she's not playing a bad match. Steffi cannot get any better, let's put it that way. She can only get worse.
You wait for a lull and keep it up on your own end.
So many strengths, and her movement on court for Graf.
Just anticipation here at the net. It's even more. She just knew where the ball was going, had a real feel for it.
That's what the Graf fanatics want to see, her coming to the net on her own volition.
Plus 12 in the win column.
Because if she starts being a net rusher, she can overtake the #1 ranking, I believe.